This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.
Okay, guys, welcome back in. And before we get into the post-game, we're going to get into some stats for CONCACAF teams. First one, USA, 5 points out of the group. 1 win, 2 draws, no losses. Going to the round of 16. Mexico, 4 points. 1 win, 1 draw, out of the competition on goal difference. Costa Rica, 3 points. 1 win, 2 losses, out of the competition going home. And Canada, 3 losses, out of the competition, a repeat at 86. The only difference, we scored a goal. Now, that's an improvement, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a great World Cup. And it would have been nice if we could have done a little bit better. Now, a few points on the first half. Borjan needed to stay in the net. Remember the Japan game in the warm-ups, where Borjan was running all over the place like a March hare? Well, he wasn't running like a March hare, but he needed to kick that ball out of play, right down the field, or out of play. He needed to launch it. What are you doing, pissing around on the edge of the box, my friend? Yeah, it really disappointed me. I hope it disappointed you, because you know what? It put us right behind the 8 ball right from the start. If we were in a tough spot already, that really put it down for us. Second one, the shot low down left. I think Borjan should have got on that. I really do. I think he should have got on that. Half-time, I would have definitely brought in Dane St. Clair. Absolutely would have brought in St. Clair, and he would be the guy to move forward with. For the next 4 years, we need to reconstruct the team, and we need to get ready for 2026, our World Cup. That must be the focus for the CSA. Anyway, moving along. 23 minutes, we're 2-0 down. Game done and dusted. How are you feeling? Right down below. How are you feeling after 23 minutes, 2-0 down, hoping to at least get a point? And I did say this was going to finish 2-1. Check the last video if you don't believe me. I'd said it was going to be 2-1. That's what we got. So Alphonso Davies, love you, mate. Love you. One of our best players. But would you stop dribbling into brick walls? You did it against Costa Rica in qualifying. I said it in qualifying that he would stop dribbling the ball and do himself a favour. Pass it or kick it past the guy and run. Use your speed. But there's constant dribbling and head down, not looking up, not passing around. I ask you, do you need a player that hugs the ball, or do you need a player that passes it around and keeps us in the game? Just a point. You know, if that ball is such a hot potato and we're so under pressure, then pass it around and slow the game down. But stop dribbling in circles and going nowhere, Alfonso. Man, oh man, honestly. I said it before. Now, like I say, Johnny Herdman benched JD for the start of the game. I asked for that to happen. Didn't bring in Cavallini, though, did he? But you know what? It is what it is. Now, a few other points. The game itself, you have to say Morocco played a fantastic first 20 minutes. And once they got the second goal, you saw them stand back and let Canada have the ball for the remainder of the game. Pretty much second half, Canada owned the ball, went close a few times, but no real quality. Jonathan David, where are you? Where are you? The whole World Cup, I have not seen Jonathan David. If you want to hide, get on the bench. But really, you can see I'm a little bit pissed off with Jonathan because I'm a big fan of Jonathan's, and he wasn't in this at all in the World Cup. He might as well have gone with Cavallini and had some muscle and some attitude up front, because we didn't have that. We didn't have that. We played the ball around beautifully in the first 2/3 of the field. The final third, it just wasn't there. Second half performance, way better. If we'd have come out like that in the first half, we'd have been in the game at half-time. It probably would have been maybe 1-1 or even goalless, but I'm sure we would have still been in the game. But we didn't even trouble Bono in goal. I mean, he had his easiest game in the World Cup, this game. And I tell you what, we didn't trouble him. I mean, yeah, Hutch hit the bar late in the second half. If that goes in, 2-2, what a fantastic moment that would have been for Hutch. I mean, it would have been a beautiful moment for Canada if he had got that in. And Alistair Johnson following in, just couldn't get on it. I mean, we were so close to getting the second goal, and we deserved something out of that second half. And would you say a draw would have been a fair result? I think it would have been. But on the reflection of putting the ball in the back of the net, Morocco has it hands down. Great second half effort, but again, 3 losses at a World Cup. The only difference is we got a goal. And before I move on to something else, I want to just say the Canadian fans in the stadium were absolutely amazing. Every one of you can be proud as punch of what you gave. And I could hear, "Go Canada, go. Go Canada, go. Go Canada, go." You could hear it real clear in the crowd. And there was a lot of noise for the Moroccan team on top of it. But you could hear those Canadians, them 20,000 massive, crazy Canadians going at it. I feel absolutely proud as punch because of you guys. And the 3 games that we lost, it's now in history books. We're going to go again in 2026. And I'll tell you what, we've got some good stuff coming up in this show. Keep it going. By the way, right now, Japan is winning 2-1 over Spain. And I've got to say, are Spain throwing this game, or is it Japan really making this game? You know, if Spain lets Japan through, that knocks Germany out, even though Germany win. So there's the 3 games, all nice and beautifully laid out for you. The Belgium 1-0, the Croatia 4-1, and the 2-1, all losses to Morocco. Take a look at the group standings, and hey, isn't this the world of upsets? Have a look at that lovely picture. That'll remind you that we're in upset land, big time. And then the FIFA round of 16 is coming. Take a look at that picture here pretty soon. And go to the ultimatesoccershow.com online at the round of 16 page, and you'll be able to see the round of 16 trickle down all the way there on that page to the final 2 teams in the final. Gotta love it. Isn't this a fantastic World Cup? It just doesn't stop. I mean, David is taking on Goliath in every game, and David is faring up pretty good. He's throwing lefts and rights and bobbing and weaving and getting a goal when he needs to. But he's doing bloody good, yeah? All the little teams. I told you before the World Cup, the way people play the game and the ticky-tacky and the same tactics, that there would be upsets more so than ever. There are more so than ever. Now, let's take a look at today because, yes, you know, we went down 2-1. No big deal there. We knew we were up against it, but Croatia-Belgium, 0-0. Belgium out of the World Cup in the group phase. 2 of the big teams in that group were Croatia and Belgium, as you know. And Belgium's gone at the first hurdle. Wow. Great play by Croatia. They just did enough. They didn't push themselves too far. They just did enough. Now, the second game, our game. Yeah, we go down 2 goals early, 23 minutes in, like you know, and then we get a goal back, and it's an own goal at that. But we lose 2-1, and we move on. And for us, it's 2026 is now the focus, and a rebuilding of the team. Keep all those young guys and just rebuild that team for 2026 because the pressure's going to be on us, believe it or not. Next game up, Spain taking on Japan. It really starts awesome for Spain. 11 minutes in, Alvaro Morata gets the goal, and you're thinking, well, Spain's just coasting into the next round. Absolutely fantastic. But Japan would have something to say in the second half. On 48, Doan gets the goal back, and then Tanaka on 51. And before you know it, it's 2-1 to Japan. And Spain would try, would throw the kitchen sink and everything else at Japan in the second half, and they could not get through. Here's some stats for you. Japan had 6 shots on the game, 3 on target. Spain 11-5 on target. Spain had 83% on the possession. That leaves 17% at the time for Japan. And Spain had way over 1,000 passes on the field. Talk about pass to nowhere. And Japan only had 200 plus passes, yet they scored 2 goals and outmuscled a massive team on the day. Maybe it's what you do with the ball, right? But hey, big up to Japan. Fantastic play. And you got to say, that's the way you should get to the big teams. No fear. Keep your posed, keep your poise, and keep your calm. And don't really play into their hands by being nervous and throwing the ball around like a hot potato. If you're in doubt, kick it out or kick it long. And Japan would do that and stay in the game. They played a fantastic game against Spain. And finally, Costa Rica taking on Germany. I tell you what, it was a seesaw game. Germany gets the early goal. Things are looking good. And then all of a sudden, early second half, things start to change. Goes 2-1 up for Costa Rica. And you're thinking, oops, is Costa Rica going to knock them out? Is Germany going out with a loss to Costa Rica? Woof. But Germany would come back and eventually win that one 4-2. But it wouldn't be Costa Rica that knocks Germany out on the day. It would be Japan. And I tell you, what a fantastic day it is in that group. Moving through, like I say, you got to say, it is Spain and Japan, not Spain and Germany. Unbelievable. Now, taking a quick look at tomorrow's games before we move along. South Korea taking on Portugal in Group H. Ghana taking on Uruguay. Take Portugal. Maybe Ghana. Serbia taking on Switzerland, and Serbia have come out and said, we're going to put holes in that Swiss cheese of your defence. So look for Serbia to try and pack the net. And then finally, Cameroon taking on Brazil. You'd expect Brazil to win something, yeah? But Cameroon's a feisty team, and although they are certainly in deep against Brazil, you can't really rule out a win for those guys, okay? So there's the synopsis. There's what happened in the 4 games. Big up to Japan. I got to say, that's really one of the topics of the day, is Japan getting through and Germany going out. And also Belgium going out and Morocco going through. Guys, bring it tomorrow night for the round of 16. We're going to tell you all the teams in the round of 16, breaking it down, who's going through, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and who I feel is going to make it to the final. I'll definitely give you my final 4, but I got a hunch who's going to go to the final. I'll tell you why tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks for being around. And hey, keep enjoying the World Cup. There's plenty more to come. Cheers.
The Ultimate Soccer Show. Join me, listen, you'll love it. Everybody does.